And we are starting with the match between Dunno and Tresen in the United League Reborn, a new TrackMania United Forever competition, which is a team competition 3v3. We're gonna play best of 7, so 1 track per environment, with a point limit 5 per map. We're gonna have 1 guy from Dunno is actually not supposed to be in there, but we have Dima der Dosenöffner, which is Esom, Tilo der Trichter, which is Fett, and we have Bernd das Bier, which, who is on, so I have no idea who that guy is, against Marius, Hawk, and Danik B. So we're gonna play here with the first coast map, which is a map by Pacha Royale. And right now we have a fight for the top positions between 2 Dunno drivers and Bernd das Bier. So Danik B and Hawk right now leading the pack. In the bottom positions we have Marius89 on 4th place, followed by Tilo der Trichter and Dima der Dosenöffner. These names are going to be absolutely hilarious to pronounce. But yeah, we're going to have this round right here, which is going on right now. Looking very good for Dunno though. We have all 3 Dunno drivers in the top 4. Only Bernd das Bier, which is the French driver with the Anto login. Not actually sure who that is. But anyway, looks good for Team Dunno right here in the first round. Hawk in the lead, going up the left uphill turn. Little lag right here. You really gotta kick those spectators, otherwise I don't see this being a good experience. Bernd das Bier taking 2nd, Danik B on 3rd, and Marius89 on 4th. And then we have the 2 remaining Tresen drivers on the bottom 2 places. First point goes to Team Dunno. Round number 2. Following Marius right here. Of course, very known driver. Has been very successful in United back in the days. So he is almost exploding of experience. Right now he's finding himself a little further back, taking it very easy right here in the first couple of corners. While we have Danik B, who has already accumulated quite a decent lead over his opponents. We have Bernd das Bier and Hawk following up. Also Dima der Dosenöffner right behind on 4th place. Marius right now only on 5th. Going back onto the road, taking the jump into the GP section. Couple of corners right here. So coast is a very slow environment. This is the slowest environment in the entire TrackMania universe, where it is really important to maintain your grip. It is a very grip, a car with very little grip levels. So you gotta make sure that you maintain that grip as much as possible by steering very smoothly, steering gently through the corners, and maintaining the speed as well. So we saw a little mistake right there by Hawk, who went fully into the barrier. Danik B will take it here on 1st place. Marius89 securing 2nd place, and then he's being followed by 3 Tresen drivers. And then there's Hawk, who did that mistake, dropping down all the way to last place. But it will not matter. Dunno with the 2nd point in a row. Let's go into the next round. Everyone passing the first jump. So right now a very, very close pack. Hawk with the quickest start right now. Oh, Bernd das Bier with a little touch or with a little slide right there, losing some time. Drops down to last place, but he's still in the race. Can definitely still benefit from an eventual mistake somewhere later on the track. Danik B leading once again. He's of course one of the TrackMania Grand League drivers, so he is a very competitive driver in many environments. So not only in Stadium, but as you can see also in United. So right now Danik B, Hawk and Marius89. An ace for Team Dunno actually. Then we have Tilo der Trichter and Dima der Dosenöffner right behind. However, Dima is getting passed by Bernd. Going onto this GP downhill, a very risky transition where it's really easy to lose grip. So players have to almost stop to not lose grip there. But that looks like an easy round here for Team Dunno. We have Hawk still in a very comfortable lead. Marius89 on 2nd and Danik B on 3rd. Last corner remaining right here. No need to risk it. Hawk with a 1:19.6, which is actually just 0.6 behind the Dedimania 1. So Hawk with a good time right there. Marius on second and Danik B on third, taking the next point onto their account. 3-0. Team Tresen not really able to catch up right here. Not really able to keep up with the pace of Team Dunno on the coast track. Bernd das Bier is Galba. Ah, I see. Alright, thank you for the heads up in the chat. So that's good to know. Following Hawk, who did a very good time in the previous round. He's also a player that hasn't really been along the United scene for a long time. He has improved a lot, is a very good time attacker, and also in rounds he's looking very good. He's also rank 6 in the ladder, so he's also participating in the race of champions, which is also a rounds format. So Hawk from Portugal doing really good right here. Danik B on second and Marius89 with a full stop right here. Marius89 fully into the barrier onto the GP part. So Team Dunno now only with 2 drivers remaining on the track, but still Hawk and Danik B leading. Oh, Thilo der Trichter going into the bush. So the next big mistake right here, it will be a 2v2 situation as we're coming closer to the end of the track. It will be Bernd das Bier who is actually risking it for the biscuit, trying to overtake Danik B. Now we have the last corner who is going to take it FS. Bernd das Bier actually gets it FS. Really risky stuff right there. Passes Danik B at the end. However, it will not play a role. Team Dunno still takes the 4th point. So we're playing until 5 points, meaning that Team Tresen needs a miracle and a half to win this track. Let's follow Dima der Dosenöffner, who gets the weakest start out of them all. Little behind, but doesn't really matter. Oh, but he gets the drift on the off-road part. However, very good save. He was able to cancel that drift and regain grip just before he gets into the obstacle. But speaking about that, we have Bernd das Bier, who goes fully into the wall. That looks like a very good round. Pretty much the GG here on map number 1 on the coast track. It is the triple lead for Team Dunno. Hawk, Danik B doing really good. Marius89 on third. So this is probably not going to slip through their hands. Hawk going a little wide right there on the coastal section. Danik B also losing speed. Thilo der Trichter will now go up to 3rd place. However, it will not play a role whatsoever, because both of his teammates are very, very far behind. Now going on to the GP part, we see Thilo der Trichter, who goes for a different approach, which seems faster. However, not able to capitalize on that. Oh, Hawk with a wall touch on the left side. Lost grip here at the exit. But he's still in the race. Unfortunately, oh, Thilo der Trichter not really nailing that line. So yeah, that's the GG here on the first map. The coast map goes in favor of Team Dunno. Marius taking 1st, Hawk on 2nd, and Danik B on 3rd. Team Tresen completely getting annihilated on the coast track. So, map 1 is gonna go in favor of Team Dunno. As I said, it is a best of 7, so absolutely nothing's lost yet. The next track is gonna be Bay, called Lux. And I think we're gonna have 1 or 2 warm-ups, and of course a few lineup changes as well. So since the teams can consist between 3 to 6 drivers, there might be lineup changes in between environments. So as I said, we're gonna switch to Bay, meaning that we might see some new drivers driving on the track. Oh, no, Bay will be skipped. And apparently Stadium as well, probably due to lineup issues. So the next track, Stadium, is gonna be skipped as well, but after that it will be a track to be played again. Is this getting skipped? Gotta skip this, I think. Yeah, there you go. Next one gonna be Desert. Map 2 in this matchup, Dunno versus Tresen, and we have Desert, a map from RadPL, who is also a long member of the TrackMania community. Still very active in United. And he is a desert specialist. So we have quite an interesting track, which is a very low speed desert track. Of course, gotta keep in mind that Rad is also a keyboard driver. So kind of by nature, his tracks are pretty slow. And yeah. This one's gonna be the next track. Desert. For those that are maybe not familiar with this environment, this car tilts onto two wheels when it turns. So you want to minimize the time that you are on two wheels as much as possible, because the car accelerates faster once all of the four wheels are on the ground, because more wheel contact on the ground means more acceleration. So on this environment, it is a lot about picking good lines and maintaining really good speed through the corners. If you steer too much, your car will tip over and you will slide. So that's something to be kept in mind. So you can't just fully YOLO through every turn, but you have to be very gentle with the steering in some occasions. And Desert is also an environment which is very keyboard friendly. So many good keyboard drivers in this environment, simply due to its rather slow nature for the most part, and also due to this four-wheel behavior, which is very simple to achieve with a keyboard. So the tapping that you do with a keyboard is actually more efficient than smooth steering. But that's something that should maybe be explained by, I don't know, Albert Einstein. I don't know, man. So we have one more warm-up after this, and apparently a few lineup changes, at least on the side of Dunno. Instead of Danik B, it is Nico, French player, who is taking his spot. And for Team Tresen, apparently Fred Das Fass is in the mix. That might be Passy? Yeah, it's Passy. So Passy also, someone that has been around the TrackMania scene for a long time, has taken on a pretty big break. He was a competitive driver in Stadium back in the days. For example, he played for Easy Killer, for EK, for quite a long time. Has also been a very good Canyon driver back in the days. So Passy is a all-rounder. He knows what he does, and depending on his practice, he could also do quite some damage here on the desert track. So this is also going to be the last warm-up. After that, I think we are going to be live with another 5 points to be given away here on the desert track. So as you can see, a very technical track with a lot of tight corners, very low speed. So especially in those, it is important that you keep this four-wheel contact with all of the four wheels as much as possible to get the maximum acceleration. Of course, in the faster corners, it is not possible anymore, but wherever possible, it will definitely be of benefit. Dedimania record right here, 115.84 by Hawk. So, gotta keep in mind that TrackMania United does not have thousands. So the times are only rounded down to hundreds, which is gonna be extra exciting in case of a tie. Here we go. We are gonna restart the map and then it will be live. Dunno versus Tresen on map number 2 on the desert track by RadPL. After the restart, it will be live. Here's the restart, and then we will be live. GLHF, so we have Hawk, Nico, and Marius89 for Team Dunno. Kurt der Korken, I think he's also new. That is, who is that? Norman. I think that's Norman. Let me see. No, it's Andy. It's Andy, Izan, and Passi. Right here. So here we go into the first round. Team Tresen has lost map number 1, the coast track. So maybe desert is gonna boat them better. Maybe they can make something happen here. So we have Andy, who is also a very specialized desert driver. Especially since he is a keyboard driver, in fact. So he can definitely make something happen. He is in the lead right now. Fretas Fass versus Hawk for the first 2 positions. Then we have Nico on 3rd. Marius89 on 5th. Right now the slowest player of them all. Everyone going around the corners here on 2 wheels. And no mistakes being made so far. Now we have the transition onto the platform. Marius taking it pretty easy right here. Comes a little bit closer to Kurt der Korken. And we have Nico who made a mistake. And Dima der Dosenöffner went fully into the wall. So he's going to drop down all the way back to last place. Let's have a look at the front again. Hawk and Fretas Fass. Andy still battling it out for that first place. We're coming closer to the end of the track. Hawk still in the lead. Andy now trying to make something happen. He gets more speed out of this one. Who's going to get the title line around the finish line? It is Hawk that is 400 ahead of Fred. Then we have Nico on 3rd, Marius on 4th, Dima and Kurt on 5th and 6th. So it will be the first point for Team Dunno. Even though the start has looked pretty promising for Team Tresen. Unfortunate second half for them. So the first point will go in favor of the blue team. Ooh, small mistake already by Fretas Fass. Already dropped down to last place. However, he recovered pretty well and maintains a lot of speed over the stretch. Overtakes his teammate right there. Nico going a little bit wide right there, but still keeps a good speed. Now in the tunnel, Andy really risking it for the biscuit right here. Now up to 5th place. Goes for an inside approach right here. Keeps all of the 4 wheels grounded on the track, on the concrete. And that was a mistake. Who was that? It was Nico. Big mistake right there, dropping down to last place. And Hawk right now looking very, very good. He's being chased. Oh, Hawk jumping very far left. Was able to save it very nicely. However, he lost a lot of speed. So Hawk now being chased by Fretas Fass and Dima der Dosenöffner. Marius also getting past right there. But another mistake. I think that was Fred. It is... who is that again? Passi. Passi. Who dropped down after that big mistake. Dima, aka Ezom, on 1st place. 2nd place being Kurt der Korken, and they both take the first 2 positions. So that round was a bit all over the place. We saw many big mistakes in the second half. However, it will be the first point for Team Tresen. 117.6 and 117.9, which are times almost 2 seconds behind the world record, but it's enough to get the victory. The first point for Team Tresen, 1-1. It is tied up on the desert track. Oh, hopefully Nico, he's fine, I think. Was thinking maybe he DC'd, but I think it's fine. Alright, going into the next round. We saw Nico with a slightly alternative line, and that actually enabled him to go all the way up to 1st place. Following Kurt der Korken right now. Oh, Fred with a little drift in the tunnel. Nico going very up high in the quarter pipe. However, he managed to maintain a lot of speed and keeps himself on 2nd place right behind his teammate Hawk. So a pretty good round right here for Team Dunno. As we're now going through the second half of the track, we saw a small blunder right there from one of the Tresen guys. But right now still a very packed round. Let's switch to Hawk, who's right now in a fight with his own teammate. Marius versus Hawk, the fight for 3rd place. Hawk going for a more outside approach. Dima with a slide at the exit of that corner. Nico now in 1st place. And Team Dunno will heavily capitalize on that big mistake. Only Fretas Fass, the only Team Tresen driver right now in the top 4. Nico in the lead, followed by Hawk. So this is looking like a blue round as of now. But Marius with a huge bug as he goes onto the road piece. But I think it will still be the 1 and 2. No. Oh, hello there. That was a turn of events right there at the end. But it's still enough for Team Dunno to take it home. 2nd place for them. That was a clutch ending right there. That could have gone worse for Team Dunno. Oh, a small wall touch right there by Nico. Saying hello to the wall, but he's not too far behind. Didn't lose a lot of speed, so he's still very well in the race. Korten has already made a mistake as well, so similar to Nico, he finds himself a little further behind the pack. Oh, Fred, that's fast with a big mistake in the tunnel section. Completely went into the wall, so that's going to be the first big mistake. Massive time loss right here, as you can see, lost more than a second towards the other drivers. So another good looking round for Team Dunno. Hawk first and Marius on second. Dima, aka Ezom, the only driver that is trying to make something happen right here in this round. We see the horn, or rather we hear the horn a lot of times. I'm not sure who is responsible for that. Oh, Hawk with a slide right there in the U-turn. So the lead will now switch to Dima der Dosenöffner. Marius in second place, and now Hawk is being chased down by Kurt der Korken. Last couple of corners, nobody getting the bug right here on the off-road to street transition. Marius stumbling a little bit, and also Hawk getting the slide and gets passed by Kurt. And that is going to be the red round. Team Tresen with the comeback, and they tie up the score 2-2. I'm really not sure who's honking right there all the time, but I think he's having fun. Nico, very good speed over the stretch. Going into the tunnel, but he was a little too optimistic right there as he goes into the left, the bend of the tunnel. Touches the wall on the inside and will drop down all the way back to 5th place. Kurt der Korken also with the mid-air overtake. Nico now down to last place. But a very, very close round. Nobody with a big mistake right there, but I think someone had a little blunder right there. Oh, and also Fred, that's fast. 2 mistakes in the red team right there. All of a sudden. And it will be the ace for Team Dunno. For now, that is. Hawk in the lead. Nico overtaking Marius 89. Nico with a very good tunnel section. Gains a bit of time. But he jumps too far right. Wow, Nico with a big mistake right there. Not sure what exactly happened right there. Not sure why he went too far right. And he made another mistake. He loses all of his positions at the end. But it will still be the Dunno round. But yeah, big mistakes by Nico right there. It was a little on tilt. Remains on 4th place though. Hawk on 1st. Kurt der Korken on 2nd. Marius on 3rd. And then there's Dima der Dosenöffner, who doesn't even finish. Third point for Team Dunno. Point limit 5. And Nico leaves the server. So a little Zotp right here. Nico apparently DC'd. Or did something else. So we have a little break. Seemingly having some internet problems. Oh, and he's back already. So after an end round, we should be fine. No, he left again. Hopefully it won't be anything severe, because then they might have to look for a replacement driver, and I'm not sure if there is one available. Nico reconnecting. Hopefully the internet will be stable for him now. Oh, double game crash, so it wasn't actually his internet, it was his game. Damn, damn, damn. Let's see if he's ready or not. Alright, Nico is driving. So we are back in action. The score is 3-2 in favor of Team Dunno. We're playing until 5. It is map 2 desert right now. And Nico gets the slide in the left-hander. Went a bit too fast or steered a bit too much into the corner. And will end up tipping over, losing grip. And drops down to 5th place. Kortek has made an even bigger mistake. He finds himself all the way back in the field. Last place for Kurt. Also Hawk now with a small mistake. In a fight with his own teammate right now. And clips the sidewalk right there. With one of his wheels. Almost flips over the entire track. So Hawk now all the way back to last place. Looking pretty good for Team Tresen. And Nico barely makes the transition onto the GP. Onto the platform, I mean. So, many mistakes being made after this little break. Maybe the drivers lost a little bit of focus. The fight for first between Fretas Fass and Marius89. Let's have a look at that. Who's going to take first place? Going to be important points for their team. Marius taking it pretty easy right here. Fretas Fass with that inside line. But it was not enough to snipe it at the end. Marius taking first in front of Fretas Fass. Hawk on 3rd, Kortek Haken on 4th, Nico on 5th, and Dima der Dosenöffner on last. 4th point will go towards Dunno, so it is sub-match point once again. If they win this one, then map number 2 will go towards their account as well. Lovely soundtrack. So good. Alright. Entering the tunnel, we have a very close fight right here between 3 Tresen drivers and Hawk. So a very good looking round for the red team right now. If they keep these positions, it will be a point for them. And they need the points to recover from them. But what a landing right there by Fretas Fass. Oh, but Marius also almost flying out of the track right there. Clips the sidewalk just like Hawk did in the previous round. Marius almost yeeting himself out of the track. But I think he's still alive. However, he's multiple seconds behind. This round is kind of all over the place. It is Hawk versus Dima for first place. Hawk right now still leading. However, Dima with more 4-wheel time at the exit of the turn. Coming very, very close. Hawk with the inside line releases a little bit more, but keeps more speed at the exit. Now it will come down to the last corners. Dima with more speed gets the inside line here. And he will take that first place with a great time as well. 1:16.63 by Ezom. And also Hawk with a sub 1:17. So great times up front. And it will be a point for Team Tresen. This is what they need to recover from these mistakes. 4-3. Team Tresen may be on a comeback right here on map number 2. Many mistakes being made in the previous round. Of course, the drivers want to make sure that they don't do the same thing again. Next round, it is round number 8. And it is right now a double lead for Team Tresen. However, Nico really risking it right there. What a line by Nico. And I think Kortek Haken made a little mistake right here. So he is now falling back quite a little bit. This is Andy. And he also touched the wall another time, so he is losing additional time. However, Marius also struggling on the downhill section, touched the wall on the right side. That could have gone worse. So only 2 drivers that kind of survived, and the rest all made a small mistake. Very, very close. It's kind of it's impossible to see or to call what's going to happen right here. Now we're going through the double hairpin combination down, dropping down into the tunnel. It is Hawk with a humongous lead over everyone else. Kortek Haken now with an overtake right here onto Nico. Let's switch to Marius89, who's now risking it right there. A big mistake right there from one of the Tresen drivers, and Marius up to 2nd place. It is the double lead for Dunno, and this could be the decider. And it will be the GG on map 2. Hawk taking it with a 1-second lead over everyone else. 1:17.05 for Hawk. And what a fiesta right there on the second half of the track. Many mistakes being made. However, Dunno will take it home. 2nd point goes in favor of the team around Marius89. And the next map will be Island. So, best of 7, as I said, it is not lost yet, and I think Team Tresen has an insane island lineup. So, I think Team Tresen will go into the island track as the favorite team. Let's see what's gonna happen. We're gonna have 1 or 2 warm-ups. It is a track by DMW. So let's see how the drivers are gonna approach this track. So Island, of course, the complete opposite to what we've seen before. Of course, desert still being quite a fast environment, but let's say coast. Island is pretty much the exact opposite to coast. Island is the fastest environment in TrackMania United Forever. And here it is a lot about smooth steering, about very, very gentle and precise steering. If you're a keyboard player in this environment, you are just not competitive whatsoever. You need an analog device. Either a gamepad or even joysticks or wheels are actually very viable in this environment. So Island, very, very high octane gameplay, where a tiny slide will absolutely kill your run, and wall touches will pretty much diminish your speed to 0. So touching walls is an absolute no-go. While in other environments touching walls is maybe not that bad, in Island it is basically the RIP in pieces. Dedimania record is by Manny der Milchshake, who is Norman. Norman, one of the best Island drivers around. Like, in the history of Island, Norman, one of the fastest drivers there have ever been. So he is definitely the guy to look at as we're going through this. Then for Team Tresen, apparently Fretas Fass and Dima der Dosenöffner. So Esom and Passi will remain on the field. For Team Dunno, it also remains just the way it was on Desert, Nico, Hawk and Marius89. Second warm-up, or I think it was only 1 warm-up, because they're talking about a restart already. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I think 1 more warm-up, alright. 1 more warm-up and then we should be going live. So you see, right here, Marius actually doing a perfect demonstration of a wall bang. If you hit the wall, you lose 2 seconds, because this is such a fast-paced environment and a very, very momentum-based environment as well. It's kind of comparable to Stadium Full Speed. However, in Stadium Full Speed, you can just retire if you crash. Here in Island, you don't necessarily have to retire, but you lose all of your momentum, and it takes ages to come back from that. So, yeah, mistakes are deadly in this environment. So all of these drivers are gonna be rocking an analog device. Everyone with a pad, I believe. Which is, as I said, absolutely a requirement to compete in many United Forever environments actually, but especially Island and Rally. Rally, which will be seen later. Team Tresen cheering themselves up right here in the chat. Look at that. And Team Money. This is what we want to see. It is the team spirit right here in this game, which keeps everything alive. So I think we should see the restart. There we go. Alright, map number 3 in this match. Team Tresen versus Dunno. And Team Dunno has won both environments, both maps so far. Team Tresen, however, as I said, they have insane island drivers, and Team Dunno will have a hard time keeping up against this. Let's see what's gonna happen. And off we go, the start block. We're gonna follow Marius89 through the first couple of corners. Goes for very direct lines here in the beginning. Gets a little head start over a few drivers. So Island is an environment where you also have to work with releases a lot. So not everything is full speed and not everything is just about smooth steering. But it is about a combination between speed management, about smooth steering, about, you know, many factors. Also judging your grip levels on certain blocks and stuff like that. So yeah, it is a very difficult environment, however also a very rewarding one once you actually get to know the physics. Oh, 2 mistakes in the tunnel, and both Team Tresen players actually die. Everything is going all over the place right here. On the first track, it is only Nadeo, aka Norman and Hawk, who apparently just got a disconnect. No, he's still in, but he's lagging like ass. So this round is really all over the place. Norman, the only driver that has survived. He's taking it very easy right here. Cancels the drift and goes through the finish line with a 109.85. Then we have Hawk, Marius, and Fred. Oh wow, that was close between the last 2 positions. Nico was the deciding driver, and it is the first point for Dunno actually. We had a tie in the first 4 positions, and then it was position 5 that was decisive, and Nico took it. So Team Dunno with the first point. Team Tresen with big mistakes, but you could clearly see that they have the pace. Hawk going very tight around the corner, however maintains no speed. We have Nadeo and Nadeo, who are keeping the first 2 positions right now for their team. Marius has dropped down a little bit. He's of course taking it easy. Hawk also had to adjust his line. Barely makes the jump onto the banked part right there. And also Nico has dropped down quite a little bit. So 2 mistakes by the Dunno drivers already, which means that Marius89 has to push it. However, as I say that, Cass's curse kicking in, and he touches the inside barrier of the tunnel. So it is the triple lead for Team Tresen, and this... Whoa. Never mind. Nadeo now with a mistake hits the pillar on the inside right there. So yeah, many mistakes on island. Very unforgiving environment. Very unforgiving track here as well. And the players are really risking it too. So yeah, big mistakes right here being made. However, it is the first point for Team Tresen. Nadeo again with a good time under 110. 109.71 for Norman, and Fretas Fass with a 110.4, taking the first point for their team on the island track. (1-1), and we will go through the next round now. Exiting the tube, we have Fretas Fass, who gets the very good start actually. Very good lines right here by him. Nico lagging and touches the wall, and also Nadeo now with a mistake in the downhill corner. Oh, what was that? Alright, so 2 mistakes already in the beginning of the track. Nadeo leading in front of Hawk, Marius89 and Fred. These 4 drivers that have not made big mistakes. Ooh, Marius almost touching the pillar on the inside. Keeps himself on the track. However, he has lost a very considerable amount of time already towards the other drivers. Nadeo, it is Norman, of course. As I said, he is one of the best island drivers, and he shows that. Another first place for him. Hawk on second. Then we have Fretas Fass on third and Marius on fourth. And that is another good time. 109.25, and also Hawk getting a time under 110. And here we have the 2 drivers that have made big mistakes in the beginning. Point for Tresen. Going into the lead. 2-1 for Team Red. Will they keep it up now? That is going to be the question. So Team Dunno probably going to go with the safe approach in mind into this track, knowing that Team Tresen is just completely OP on island. So they probably know that taking it easy might yield them a few points. And of course it makes sense to go into this with a mindset like that. Marius89, the only Dunno driver that is surviving right here against the 3 Tresen drivers. Fretas Fass, Nadeo and Nadeo. All of them right now in the lead. An ace for the red team. Marius, however, with the inside line had to lift off the acceleration as he drops down into the tunnel, though. So right now, the Tresen train completely annihilating Team Dunno. Marius with a mistake. Hawk nowhere to be seen. Nico also with a massive mistake. So this one is pretty much over and out already. Question from chat, is there weight transfer management here? Not really, no, not really. The United environments are not really prominent for their weight transfer management. It is more a thing in TM2 environments. Of course, since we're dealing with cars and with movement, weight transfer is always a thing. However, it doesn't really play a big role in the gameplay of this environment. We're going into the next round. It is Team Tresen, of course, that got the next point, 3-1 on the scoreboard. And I think it was a Dunno driver that has fallen behind a little bit. No, it was actually Fretas Fass who made a mistake and fell more than 1 second behind. Oh wow, Hawk really lagging. Hopefully he's not going to get a red time. Or a disconnect. Oh my god, I called it! Oh my god! Also Nico touching the wall on the left side. Not sure what they want to do now. Do they want to end rounds? Or just finish? Okay, they do actually end rounds. Okay, wow. Well, next round. Let's just forget what happened. And we're going into the next round. Hopefully Hawk will not have a stroke this time. Oh, was that a mistake from Marius? Oh, the safe meister with a mistake in the downhill corner, and that is a very, very crucial spot to make a mistake in. So he's now very, very far behind. The choo-choo Tresen fuck train. Oh, Money der Milchshake completely dying right there in the corner. So it is only Dima and Fred surviving. So the Tresen fuck train has now been pushed down to 2 wagons only. However, with these 2 positions, it will still be enough. Taking the first 2 positions will absolutely be sufficient. Fretas Fass with a whopping 109.06. So that's a really, really solid looking time right there. And that will give them the next point. Team Tresen up to 4 points now. Also, thank you for the link, Andy. I'm gonna get the skins for the next match that I'm gonna cast from you. Alright, so Team Tresen now with the sub-match points on Island. Oh, Fretas Fass. Early mistake, dropping down very early in this round. That turn is a killer. So maybe this is the chance for Team Dunno to make something happen now. Only Money der Milchshake is holding up for their team. Oh my god, but Hawk, I think he got a mid-roll bug. That looked really awkward. He just got sent into the wall, and also Money der Milchshake with a mistake in the tunnel. What is this round? And also Nico died. What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? This round is all over the place. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Marius is the only one that had not died. Oh my god. This is insane. This is completely all over the place. Marius wins the round with a 111.3. Then we have Fretas Fass. No, Hawk. Hawk lagged himself into second place. And that is the Dunno round. What the hell was this round? Oh boy. Alright, 2-4. Tresen still with the sub-match point. But they should really take it easy now. Oh, and the first Abflug right there from Nadeo. Very early on. Missing the entry onto the platform. And also Nico has made a mistake. So 2 big crashes already in the first 20 seconds of the track. Marius taking it easy as per usual. Oh, what an exit by Hawk. Lucky that he actually didn't flip, but it is a double lead for Team Tresen. And if they keep these positions, it will be enough to take home the island track and take home the first point in this match as well. Fretas fast in the lead. Dima der Dosenöffner on second place. They really can take it easy. There's nothing to lose in the last few corners of the track. There we go, 109 for both. And that is the GG for Team Tresen there. Taking a point finally. And this is probably going to give them a little motivation boost to perform even better in the upcoming environments. Next track going to be Snow. A track by Gerfovsky. Team Dunno's lineup apparently will stay the same. Hawk, Marius, and Nico. For Team Tresen, we might see some changes. Let's wait and see. So, next environment, it is Snow. It is another environment that maybe the TrackMania 2 players might be familiar with, because this environment has been remade through a community project. So, a few of the people that maybe haven't played United but played TM2 might have at least seen this. So, Snow, one of the TrackMania original environments. So, one of the first environments that TrackMania ever had, with these amazing SUVs, trucks, Suzukis, I don't know. A slow car by nature, however, it is going up to speed very fast on downhills and on boosts. So this is also a very precise environment, a very precision-based environment. And this can also go very fast, since the turning radius of this car is very small. So it is a very direct car. It is turning very fast. So this environment can allow for very fast and technical tracks with super quick turn combinations. This track might give you a little idea of what to expect from this environment. And apparently there will be one extra warm-up, which is fine by me. Dedimania 1 time is a 106 flat by Lolita. Then we have a Team Tresen driver on second place. It is Nadeo, 106.29, so he definitely knows how to be fast. And also Nico and Dima have gotten times under 107. Then we have a Hawk, Bernd das Bier, and Thilo der Trichter that have gotten 107 times. Marius nowhere to be seen in the Dedimania, but I know that he has practiced off-stream. Or offline, rather. So let's follow Money here. He's gonna drive the warm-up for you. So you guys can take a look at the track. Here he goes. Very simple finish straight with a lot of boosters actually. So that's where momentum is going to be especially important. Great warm-up time by Mani Demeshek actually. 106.42 is a very, very good time. So we will have the GLHF. It's going to be map number 4 out of 7. The current score is 2-1 in favor of Team Dunno. This one is going to be exciting. I'm not sure. It's not really possible to call who's going to take it. Because both teams have fast drivers. It will be very, very about, you know, consistency. And the usual business. So, off we go. We have Fred das Fass, Mani Demeshek, and Dima der Dosenöffner for Team Tresen. Team Dunno, as I said, will remain the same. Let's go through the first round. Following Mani Demeshek. Couple of simple corners right here. In snow, also very important not to oversteer a lot. So you want to minimize the amount of steering for the most part. You want to make sure that you pick smooth lines, which require the least amount of steering. This car can also slide, so if you go too fast, or if you go too fast and slide too much, steer too much, you will slide. So this car is very hard to handle in extreme situations. It is also a very landing bug heavy car, so luckily this track doesn't really have a lot of landings, but landings are yeah, rocket science with this, if I may say so myself. Anyway, going into the round, we actually have a triple lead for Team Tresen. We have Fred, Mani, and Dima, who are now completely annihilating Team Dunno right here. Fred with a 106.84, and then we have a 107.29 and a .32 by Dima and Mani respectively. The first point goes in favor of Team Tresen with a banger of a round. That makes the score 1-0 in favor of the red team. Team Dunno with a few mistakes in the previous round. But right now, they seemingly have recovered from it. Oh, Fred das Fass. Oh, completely out of the track right there. Was trying to save it. But at the end of the day, it was not enough. However, his two teammates are rocking the first two positions. It is Mani Demeshek and Dima der Dosenöffner on the first two positions. And with these positions, they will take another point. Nico and Marius89 trailing behind. However, not really able to close in. Nico with a little bit more speed going into the tunnel section. However, it is not quite enough yet. Also a very momentum-based environment. So Nico trying to make something happen right here. And he actually comes closer to Dima der Dosenöffner. However, we only have the straight with the boosts remaining. And I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. I think it's going to be another round for Team Tresen right here. Mani on first and Dima on second. Great times once again. Nico on third. Marius on fourth. And Hawk on fifth. Fred das Fass will be able to cross the finish line. But he's last. Next point for Team Tresen, looking pretty good here on the snow track. Team Dunno not really making like big mistakes, but they're just not fast enough. Team Tresen definitely with a really, really good pace on the snow track. Right now in this corner you saw that Nico was going very tight, so he traveled less distance. However, he was steering too much, and that's why every single one of the Tresen drivers passed him right after that, and also Marius89 with more speed. Let's have a look at him. He is right now trying to make something happen. Goes for the inside line here. Also here, want to make sure to not flip over. Marius doing it pretty good. However, Mani with a better angle out of the turn. So Fred and Mani leading for Team Tresen, looking to take the next point home. Now the tube. Marius not with the greatest approach. Nico will actually pass him. Or it is actually a neck and neck between the two teammates. But I don't think Team Tresen is going to let that slip through their hands. It is Fred once again in the lead, followed by Money. And 2 times under 107 again. 0.67 and 85 for Fred and Money. Really, really good performance by Team Tresen on snow. Dunno with no chance whatsoever. 3-0. They need to make something happen now, and this might be a good opportunity because Fretas Fass has made a massive mistake, and this is just impossible to recover because, as I said, snow is slow and it takes ages for this car to get back onto its original speed. So this is pretty much a lost round already. Let's switch to the front, to the top right here. It is actually Marius89 who's leading in front of the 2 Tresen drivers, the 2 remaining ones. Oh, and also Nico now with a big mistake, and this could turn the whole thing around again. Nico went too tight into the tunnel, 90-degree right-hander, and completely full stopped into the inside wall. Hawk with a touch on the outside. Marius the only one who keeps up. However, Marius is on a really, really good pace, trying to keep both Tresen drivers right behind him. However, Dima with more exit speed out of the tube, passing Marius89. It will come down to the ending now. Let's have a look at Marius. He has to risk it for the biscuit. It's not going to matter pretty much, but he's still trying to make something happen. However, it is not enough. Great, great times nonetheless. 106, 73, 84, and 85. Great race up front. Team Tresen with the next point. Will Team Dunno get completely demolished on snow? Oh! Another chance being given to Team Dunno. Dima der Dosenöffner this time, touching the wall. Actually, the very same wall from previous round. So Team Dunno really, really needs to make something happen now. They need to win all rounds in a row now. Because there's no tennis mode. And the point limit is 5. And right now, they have exactly 0 points on this track. Let's follow Nico, the French driver, who is right now on 3rd place. Marius completely yeeting himself out of the track. And that might actually be it, because Mani is now passing Nico. But as I say that, he goes too tight into the tunnel. And it is right now a tie situation in the top 4. Who is the 5th driver? Because that's going to be the decider. The 5th place will apparently go to... Oh my god, I completely lost control over this. It is Money. And it will be the GG. 5-0 on snow for Team Tresen. And that makes the overall score 2-2. Which is unbelievable. 2-2 between Dunno and Team Tresen. And we're gonna go on to map 5. It is a best of 7. Things are gonna be heating up now. It is Rally. The next environment. On a map by Black Q called Tongue Twister. So, Rally, also another environment that came with TrackMania Original, with the very first TrackMania. It is not the most popular environment, simply due to the fact because it's difficult. And it is not very keyboard friendly. This car is incredibly sensitive. It has almost no grip. So, if you have an analog device, you are in such a big advantage. And you have to drive with an analog device here. And this is actually similar to Island, one of those environments where driving with a joystick or with a wheel can actually be really, really viable. In the past, in past TrackMania United United tournaments, we have had drivers that actually played with a wheel, and they have done extraordinarily well in this environment. simply due to the fact that you can be incredibly precise and really, really smooth with a wheel. And that's actually what you need in this environment, because it is just so, like, slidey. It is not grippy at all. So, it is kind of an art to be good at rally. And that's why many people, especially beginners, might not really like it. But personally, I really like this environment simply due to its difficulty. And simply because it's a very... It's an environment on its own, kinda. It makes it very, very special. So players will try to avoid sliding as much as possible. It is a no-slide environment. And no slides are being achieved by, of course, what I said, smooth steering, speed management, everything that is related towards that. So, yeah. Very, very interesting environment. And as to the lineups, we have Thilo der Trichter, who is coming back. It is Fett for, from Portugal. So in rally, in turns, it's mostly required to brake. So you either brake while steering, or you just tap the brake shortly to get skid marks, and the skid marks will give you a little bit extra grip. It's something that you can't really see in spectator mode, so it's a bit awkward to actually explain that. But basically in rally, if you steer and you don't have skid marks, you actually have less grip than when you have skid marks. However, the skid marks only have to be like 2 skid marks, 1 per side. If you have more skid marks, for example, I don't know, 4 skid marks, that means you slide, and sliding is slower. So that is also part of the rally gameplay. You wanna make sure that you keep the grip level high. But yeah, as I said, you can't really see that in spectator mode, so you just gotta trust me on that. But yeah, one more warm-up apparently. Of course, it is a very hard environment. The players want the warm-up. They want to get the muscle memory and the feel for the car. Because it might look easy, but it really, really isn't. World record is a 1:23.84 by Black Q, who is of course the mapper himself. So he has the fast... No, actually, never mind. There's a 1:23.01 up by Black Q. Okay, never mind. So Black Q actually has a 1:23.01, which is probably a really, really fast time. The dirt right here has the same grip like tarmac, so you don't really have to watch out for anything specific on these dirt sections. Also, the bridge has normal grip. So basically, everything is grippy in rally except for grass. But then the grip is limited. It is very, very limited. So, Team Tresen, I think, will have a pretty good chance here against Dunno. Simply due to their expertise on environments like this. We're gonna go live on map number 5. The score, as I said, was 2-2, is 2-2. Team Dunno versus Tresen. Next map, Rally. Playing until 5 again. And off we go. Lineups: Nico, Hawk, Marius, Manny, Dima, and Tilo. Let's go through the first round following Tilo, the guy that just came in. So he's probably someone that appreciated the warm-ups a lot to fight himself into the match. Right now he is on last, and it is Hawk that gets a massive lead in the first couple of corners already. Hawk in the lead for Team Dunno. And then we have a close pack between the rest of the drivers. Tilo now closing in a little bit as we go through the tunnel. U-turn to the left. Gets pretty good speed out of it. Right now, too early to call who's going to take it. We're going up the hill. Very, very light steering required here going up the hill. Everyone doing it very, very nicely. No mistakes being made so far. Now it is Tilo that is risking it right here. Going through the dirt chicane part. Jumping out. Oh, was that someone that jumped too far left? I think it was Nico. No, it was Hawk. Hawk, who had a really, really good start, jumped too far left, and he's out of the race. So it is a double lead for Team Tresen right now. Manny and Dima leading in front of Marius 89. And then it is Nico right behind. Nico going for a lot of exit speed right there. Oh my god! Dima went swimming for a second right there, but he still keeps that 5th place, and with that does not throw away the point for Team Tresen. They get it, they keep it, first point for the red team. Next round. That was very, very exciting. But by the looks of it, all of the drivers seemingly do have the pace. So it's just about avoiding these very, very big mistakes and keeping up with the pace of your opponents. And eventually outplaying them. Hawk once again going for a pretty good start. Let's go a little further back. Marius 89 apparently with an early mistake, already 1 second behind. Not sure what happened to him exactly. I unfortunately missed out on it. Tilo a little bit behind right there, entering the next dirt section. Let's actually go a little further into the field. Hawk has accumulated a massive gap, and Manny got the bug. He got pushed to the left. I think that's actually the same thing that happened to Hawk in the previous round. These uphills are actually really, really buggy in the rally environment. So Manny just got pushed to the left and yeah, got pushed out of the track as well. Dima in the lead, followed by 2 Dunno drivers. And then I actually don't know who's gonna be on the following positions. Nico on 4th, Marius on 5th, and Manny on last. This will be another red point. Team Tresen 2-0 on rally. Very good stuff by the drivers so far. Hawk, as you can see, really risking it over that chicane. He goes to the left and to the right over the grass patch. Really making use of every single space, every tiny little bit of track that he has available. And it pays off so far. Hawk in the lead. Then we have a fight for second place. Manny and Nico fighting for second place, and then it is Dima de Dozenhoff now versus Marius 89 fighting for 4th. So in these chicanes you kind of want to cut off the grass. The grass does slow you down, but in that case it is actually better to sacrifice the little speed loss that you get from the grass, but get a better angle through the chicane. Nico on 4th. Let's have a look at Dima, who goes very wide right here. Struggles to keep the car on the track. Manny. Will he make something happen on the finish straight? I don't think so. Oh my god, he will actually make something happen. He will let his teammate pass. That's what he does. However, next point for Tresen. Third point. Hawk, however, with a very good effort, 124.3. That is 1.3 seconds behind the world record. For rally, that is fast. Alright, so far I don't think we have seen any major mistake in this round. But Dunno really needs to make something happen if they still want to win this sub-match. If they still want to win the rally environment. Mani losing a little bit of time here on the uphill. Marius capitalizes, goes up to third place temporarily. Tilo with a risky entry, was a bit too fast there, lost grip again. Gets thrown back. No one gets the bug here on the uphill. Dima still leading. Mani with the wall touch on the left and on the right. A little bit of a pinball right there. So Marius will take advantage once again. Comes closer to his teammate Hawk as well. Small tactical wall bang on the left. Manages to stabilize. But Dima der Dosenöffner might be on a good time right here. It is Ezom, of course. Long-term TrackMania player. Back in the days, he was really, really active. And he clocks in a 124.40. Very, very good time. And it is another point for Team Tresen. Team Dunno not keeping up right now. And once again, Dunno finding themselves in the situation where they have to win all of the rounds now if they still want to win this environment. So, yeah, the pressure is on, but this is actually a good opportunity because Tilo der Trichter has made a massive mistake early in the round. However, we see Hawk lagging. Oh, so that's maybe the end round if he gets the red time. That is not looking good for Hawk. The Portuguese internet being a little bit bad right now, unfortunately. Hopefully it's not going to end up badly. Nico, this time on a good run. We have seen many mistakes by him, unfortunately. Not the greatest consistency today from Nico, but right now he's fighting for first place with Mani Dameshek. Oh, hello, Hawk! No, he got the red time! Hawk got the red time. He just teleported himself all the way up to the front, but got the red time. Ay, 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 ay. That's gonna be end round, I think. Ay, 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 ay. That is unfortunate. That is gonna kill the momentum for all of the drivers. That is not good to have. Will Hawk recover from his stroke? Not sure.
Pog.
Hawk with a late start again. What is happening? Not sure if they want to end round this one again, but Hawk has slept a bit at the start. Oh, and he falls off the track! Hawk is really out of his element right now. He keeps lagging as well. This is not really looking good. Let's actually have a look at the front here. At the people that are actually spectatable. A three-man battle for first. It is Mani, Dima, and Nico. All three of them doing a good job keeping the speed intact right there in the corners. Dima going very wide onto the grass. Mani stumbling a little bit over the grass, and also Dima not getting the greatest speed out of this. So Nico will be one that capitalizes a lot and extends his first place. Dima with their wall touch on the outside. Didn't really lose a lot of speed though. So that's at least something. Marius will be on fourth place. I'm not sure where Hawk is. He's right now on last. He needs to make something happen. Otherwise, it will be the point for Team Tresen. He needs to overtake Tilo der Trichter. But it is a double lead for Tresen anyway. GG, 5-0 on Rally. A few mistakes in this round, but all in all, Team Tresen having the upper hand on Rally, and they will win sub-match number 5, and they will go up in the lead in total. It is 3-2 now, overall, with 2 maps remaining. The next one will either be Bay or Stadium. The last 2 environments that we have not seen, they still have yet to be played. Let's have a look what they want to do. What environment do they want to play first? The score is 3-2 right now. This is very, very exciting. Both of the teams have what it takes to win this, to take it home. So if Team Tresen wins the next one, they will actually take it home already. So the pressure is now on Team Dunno to tie out the score, and then it will come down to the very, very last environment. Apparently it will be Bay being played next. So it is a track by Lux, which will finally be played with a few warm-ups. Bay, a faster environment. As you can see, it is a city-based environment with road pieces, with platforms, with tunnels, with yeah, kind of coastal bay-ish parts. And yeah, it is a very, very quick car, which accelerates super, super fast. People actually draw the line between Bay and Lagoon a little bit. They like to compare Bay and Lagoon. Simply due to the fact that the cars kind of look a little bit similar. The acceleration is similar. The turning is a little similar. However, of course, Bay being slidey as opposed to Lagoon. Lagoon being a full grip environment, while Bay starts to slide at some point, just like any other United environment. So this one turns really fast. It is an environment that requires quite some reflexes, especially when you go onto really, really technical tracks. One more warm-up, and then we will be going live. It is Firestorm that will now have his debut in this matchup. Firestorm being a keyboard driver. So Bay being one of the environments that are more drivable with keyboard. Of course, you will always be an advantage if you play with an analog device. However, Bay, and especially low speed Bay,
I like money.
Is
sorry that I went yesterday.
Is very, very easy for keyboard drivers. So let's see how that will go. Also, Danik B seemingly going back on track, and Marius89 taking a break. So Bay apparently the only environment that Marius is not playing tonight. And then we have Fretas Fass and Dima der Dosenöffner right now for Team Tresen. Third guy still missing. Maybe there's money, maybe it's gonna be someone else. Maybe they're still discussing who's gonna drive. Not sure what's going on behind the scenes here But after this warm-up, it should be going live. After the restart, which is coming up now. Gonna be exciting. As I said, it is Team Dunno that actually needs to take it home now. Otherwise, Team Tresen will win this matchup in the United League Reborn. And perhaps secure themselves a position in the playoffs with a victory over Dunno. Alright, here we go. Danik B, Firestorm and Hawk versus Mani, Fred and Dima. Let's go. Hawk already lagging. I really hope he's not going to have another red time. That is always killing the momentum of a player whenever you have a break like that. But yeah, going into the first round, let's have a look at Firestorm. As I said, he is a keyboard player, and I think he's going to be the only keyboard player on the field. Fred does fast landing, 90-degree rotated to the left just before the water bounce. So he's going to be out of it already. Danik B, Hawk and Firestorm, the triple lead for Team Dunno right now. Mani on 4th. But we have lost Fred. He is right now kissing one of those obstacles. Mani and Dima need to secure the first 2 positions, otherwise this round is lost. Let's have a look. Oh, Dima touching a little bit on the inside right there. Gets the inside wheel stuck. Didn't lose a lot of speed with that though. Last U-turn. You can go both to the left or to the right. It will be the triple lead for Team Dunno indeed. Danik B leading over Hawk and Firestorm. Danik B actually the world record holder on this track. 1:02.56. And Danik B has driven the time only 0.7 away. So pretty good stuff from both Danik B and Hawk. First point for Team Dunno. That's what they need. Round number 2. Firestorm going for a very tight line over the hill. Not the smartest choice, as you can see. Going a little bit wider will enable to maintain more speed. So Firestorm right now with the weakest start. But we're now coming to the water bounce. We see some different approaches. And Hawk doing the Tony Hawk. Out of the track already. Team Dunno in a not so comfortable situation. But then again, a lot can happen. Oh, but there goes the first one. Fred will actually flip onto 2 wheels. And flies out of the track with that. The Bay car, similar to Desert, can drive on 2 wheels as well. However, it is very, very difficult to actually handle that. So mostly whenever you find yourself going on 2 wheels, especially when you don't like anticipate it, then you're just dead. So that's exactly what happened to Fred there. We're coming to the last U-turn now. Danik B might take first place right here. No, he actually gets passed by Dima Doznefna, who went to the other side after the last checkpoint. So it is first place for Dima, second place for Danik B, and Mani Demishek taking 3rd. And that will be the first point for Team Tresen, 1-1, tying up the score again. Next round coming up. Following Firestorm once again, who goes again very, very tight. Look at that. That is just not a good line at all. Fight for first between Dima and Hawk. Hawk going for a lower jump. And it does actually pay off because he's able to maintain more speed. So actually pretty good trickster 305 right there from Hawk, who goes up into the lead now, passing Dima Doznefna. However, Dima Doznefna now with tighter lines going for the overtake back on Hawk. Dima up to first place again. Hawk remaining on 2nd. Danik B, actually the only player I think that goes to the right, joins the field again on 3rd place. Firestorm very far behind, not going to play a role in this round. Then we have Fretas Fass and Mani Demishek following right behind. Danik B not with the greatest speed right there. However, sets himself up very good for the last U-turn. Will stay on 3rd. However, it is going to be another Team Tresen round. Dima on first. Hawk, Danik B, and Fred on the upcoming positions. Tresen up in the lead 2-1. It is heating up, ladies and gentlemen, especially for Team Dunno. Oh, I think someone just fell off there. Yep, Fretas Fast had to respawn. He went too wide in that turn. And had to respawn. So it will be one Tresen player down already. Danik B in the lead with a very, very good start. Dima, der Dosenöffner on second, and Money hits a pin. Money hits a pin and has to respawn. So this round is kind of all over the place. It is only Dima and Danik B that have kind of survived. Everyone else has made a mistake already. Danik B, let's have a look at his last corner. Oh, jumps very far left. Actually has to release a little bit. But maintains his first place. And clocks in a 1:03.14. 2 seconds. 2 whole seconds in front of second place. Which is occupied by Dima der Dosenöffner. This round is going towards Dunno. 2-2. Oh, and that was the first guy already out of the track. It is Hawk that went too wide in the first turn. And that is already putting Team Dunno in a terrible situation. Danik B and Firestorm need to occupy the first 2 positions now. Danik B is trying his best. However, didn't really get the greatest speed out of this turn. Fretas Fast gets a good water bounce. And remains on first place. Let's have a look at Firestorm. He's on 4th right now. No, he's actually on 5th. Never mind. He's on 5th place. Very promising looking round for Team Tresen. Firestorm completely stumbling at that landing. Wasn't able to completely balance his car properly. So he's gonna lose multiple seconds with that mistake. Danik B, the only Dunno driver that has survived here. Looking to take another first place, but it's worthless. Because 3 Tresen players are right behind him. Oh, small mistake right there. But it's probably not gonna play a role. And it won't indeed. Danik B with a good time. 1:03.06, only half a second behind the world record. But his efforts are not paying off. Team Tresen back in the lead with 3-2. And that was another mistake. I think it was Hawk and both Yep, Hawk and Firestorm have already hit some walls in the beginning. So Team Dunno really on tilt right now. Really choking these rounds. And that's in like the worst moment pretty much. Because this is a map that they have to win. Otherwise it will be out.
Hello, boys.
However, I think one of the Tresen players died. And it is Fred that actually had to respawn. So maybe the chance for Dunno to come back from this. Too close to be called. It is the fight between Danik B and Mani Demeshek for that first place. The first place is going to be very, very important. Mani touching the checkpoint on the inside. Gets passed by 2 people. And maybe even another one as he bounces off again. Dima, der Dosenöffner, and Hawk both taking over that position. Danik B on first. Dima on second. Hawk on third. And it will be a point for Team Dunno. They are still in the race. 3-3. Scores tied up again. Oh, Fred actually touching the wall right there very, very early on. But I don't think that made him lose a lot. As you can see, he's only like 0.2, 0.3 behind. So, he's not going to lose a lot. Firestorm, as per usual, with low speed. And another small wall touch by Money. No? Yes, Money. Small touch right there. Will everyone survive the water bounce? Oh, Money gets the different. Doesn't get the nose dive, but he gets the ass dive. Manages to land properly though. This time we see no big mistakes. Nadeo now sliding on this left uphill turn. Will lose quite some speed. And that might be a chance for Team Dunno to make something happen. Danik B on first, followed by Freitas Fast. Then we have Firestorm. However, he goes a little bit too tight and clips the edge on that inside. So he's going to drop down to last place as a result. But Dima goes into the decoration. And that is the chance for Team Dunno to make something happen now. Freitas Fast takes second. Danik B on first. Hawk on third. Money on fourth. Firestorm on fifth. We have another point for Team Dunno. 4-3, and now Dunno in the sub-match points. Great time by Danik B there. Actually got a time under 103. So Danik B is seemingly very well prepared on Bay. Oh, where's Money Demishe going? He is completely throwing this round away right here. Money with an early mistake, losing more than a second towards the other drivers already. It is now gonna be between Dima der Dosenöffner and Danik B for that first position. However, Team Dunno right now shining bright in this round, having the triple lead, and Team Tresen continuously losing, and Freitas Fast with another mistake. The pressure is really getting onto them, knowing that they have to win this round, and that apparently made them completely lose their focus. Triple lead for Team Dunno. If they don't throw this down the garbage bin, it will be going down to the decider map, which is going to be Stadium. GG being written down in the chat. Team Dunno survives the Bay track. Danik B taking home first place. Very, very solid performance by Danik B, winning almost every round. Firestorm on second, Hawk on third. Team Dunno staying alive and will be down to the decider, which is Stadium. And on Stadium, Team Dunno is in a massive, massive advantage, since they're gonna have Marius and Firestorm and also Danik B. So Team Tresen probably needs a miracle and a half to win on Stadium. A map by Master Ben. Or just Ben. On Stadium, I unfortunately always have this problem that the camera does not properly focus on the cars. So the spectating experience is gonna be pretty ass on Stadium. I apologize in advance, but it's just broken for me. I don't know why. It just doesn't follow properly. But yeah. Team Dunno having a very good chance of winning this match altogether now. Danik B has the world record with a 103.21. And then also Marius being very experienced in Stadium. Firestorm 2. As opposed to Team Tresen, who always kind of avoided Stadium also back in the days. Only Passi is kind of a Stadium expert, I would say, since Passi was playing Stadium competitively in Team 2 for a while. But one driver alone is not going to be enough to cut it. So, GLHF being written, I'm not sure if there's going to be a second warm-up or not. Here we go. With the first round, camera, as per usual, is having a stroke. However, we're going into the round. And we have seen no mistakes so far. Of course, the decider, the pressure will be on both sides. Danik B leading over Freitas Fast and Firestorm. Firestorm with a mistake. Touches the wall on the outside, dropping down into that left-hand corner. So Firestorm now down to the bottom of the field together with Bernd Dasbier, who makes another mistake as I speak up his name. Let's switch to Dima der Dosenöffner. It is actually a fight between Pussy and Danik B for the first place. Who's gonna take it? We're coming closer to the end of the track. Danik B, not even a car length behind. Danik B going for an outside approach, trying to go for more speed, but Fred das Fass had the inside line. And since the finish line is coming right after the turn, it was actually the smarter choice. However, still risky because you have to drive over the Randstein. First point for Team Tresen, which is quite surprising. Gotta keep up the momentum like that. Now this part will be crucial. No one makes a mistake. Firestorm also survives here. He's gonna give us a good overview over the field. Drifting to the left now. Fred fast going very wide. Dima der Dosenöffner has quite low speed and has to let Firestorm slip through. It is the triple lead for Team Dunno, but Marius apparently got a little no slide right there or had to release. So he will drop down a little bit. However, it is still looking good for Team Dunno. Firestorm with low speed this time. Fred das Fass makes a little mistake, but it will not play a role at all. Team Dunno takes the first point. I have tried everything to fix the camera in the past. Nothing works. I don't know why. I have no idea. I have tried everything, guys. It is just broken. I don't know. Oh, big mistake by Fred das Fass. First available wall, and he decides to kiss it. That must be a very, very big love between them. Also, Dima der Dosenöffner made a mistake, and it is looking very, very good for Team Dunno already in the first half of the track. Firestorm being on third right there behind Marius and Danik B. Oh, Firestorm getting a little Randstein, but keeps himself on the track. Triple lead for Team Dunno, looking very comfortable. Going into the last drift, Danik B will take it home once again, 103.7. Marius with a 104.3 and Firestorm with a 104.6. Next point for Team Dunno. Two to 1. Dunno going in the lead now on the stadium track. The decider starting to look good for Team Dunno. Firestorm off to a good start together with Danik B and Passive. Let's have a look at him. Gets a little bump, but stabilizes just fine. Maintains a lot of speed in this right-hand drift, dropping down to the left now. I think Firestorm had a little issue right there. Lost quite some speed. Drops down to position number 4. However, with these positions, it is going to be another Dunno round. Will they be able to keep them? In the back, Dima der Dosenöffner and Bernd das Bier. Oh, he's not even going to make the jump. What is that? That is definitely going to be another round for Team Dunno. No need to risk it here in the last couple of corners. And there he goes. Danik B 103.30. That was almost a new TrackMania time. Great stuff by Danik B, really showing his expertise on stadium. And manages to clock in the only time under 104. Great stuff. Next point for Team Dunno. Going up 3 to 1 now. 2 points remaining. And Dunno will beat Tresen. Alright, good start once again here by Passy. Firestorm had to lift off, loses his position to his teammate. Oh, gets a little bump. But he's still on the track, right in front of Ezom, aka Dima der Dosenöffner. Let's go a bit further ahead. Danik B versus Fred das Fass. The fight for first. Danik B with a pretty comfortable lead. Oh my god. Passy with a full stop and even retires. So here you can clearly see the gap between Team Dunno and Tresen is definitely noticeable. And that's going to be another point for Team Dunno. Next point, and it will be match point for Team Dunno after this. Last turn coming up. Team Tresen completely retiring. Not sure if they're giving up already or not. They have a chance. A mathematically very slim chance, but it can happen. 4-1 on the last track, on the last map. The decider on Stadium. Dunno versus Tresen. Here we go. Good start for Team Tresen though. Dima der Dosenöffner actually keeping up here with the pace of Danik B and Passy. Marius89 now passing Dima, who touched the wall on the inside there in that left-hand drift, dropping down all the way to last place. This is not looking good. Oh, but Danik B with the upflug right there. I think he got a complete bug going from the grass onto the road. So Danik B is out, and Marius is now the one to beat Passy. Will this actually be a point for Team Tresen? Where's Firestorm? Firestorm on third. Fred on first. Dima. Not sure if that's gonna be a... Ay, ay, ay. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Another full stop. Is that the BM? Is that the GG? It is the GG. Team Dunno wins on this environment and wins the entire match over Team Tresen. What an exciting one though. It went all the way to the decider over all 7 environments. Dunno will be the victorious team and gains valuable points for the group stage of the United League Reborn. GG to both teams.